Okay, well, good morning. This is BJ Ondo with Out and About on the Recumbents. And as you can see, we are in the Garden of the Gods Park in Colorado Springs. And we are participating in the Motorless Morning this morning. It's an event where they keep all the auto traffic out of the park. And they let the walkers and bicycle riders and skaters, etc., take over the park. So it's pretty cool. It's a beautiful day today. I mean, it is gorgeous. It's going to be high 60s, and morning. As you can see, lots of people here. Finally a way off. I'm beginning to wonder. We picked up a trail and didn't mean to get on it because I like to leave the trails for the pedestrians, but we kind of got sidetracked. Might have needed to go under the bridge, or under the new tunnel, through the new tunnel and then around. But we're here now. As you can see, these are the red rocks of Garden of the Gods. I said it's a stunning day. It's like, it's already, it's right around 10 a.m. and it's, probably 60 degrees or better. Just the slightest of breeze. I mean to tell you. Couldn't have had a better day for this event. It's awesome. And as you can see, they normally do have a bike lane. I gotta wait for Joe here. All the way around the Garden of the Gods. And so even if there is car traffic, they do have a bike lane, but it gets really crazy at times. As you can see, there's a lot of bicycles out here. I got to stop here and wait for Joe. She doesn't climb as fast as I do. So, give you a little bit of... Morning! The view here. It's beautiful. Here she comes. She's doing really well today. I hear a dog. Yes, I do. And speaking of a dog, there he is. And there's Joe. All right, so we're going to go do this loop. Very slowly, of course, because as you guys know, we don't have e-assist, so all we have is 67-year-old motors. Like I said, it is a beautiful day today. Man, they picked the day. Well, hello. We're going to stop up at the parking lot and use the restroom. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Says, but Dad, I'm curious. Okay, time to get down here into the low gears and just spin easy. Yeah, I am now too. This is as low as we can go. This part of the loop, it does a complete loop around the inner part, and like I said, even when there's auto traffic, it's not terrible because the speed limit is 20 miles an hour. Although once they start some of the downhill sections, none of the cars ever stay at 20 miles an hour. Yeah. And you'll notice we even get passed by walkers, dogs, anybody on an electric bike. They just kill us. So we don't worry about it. We just do our thing. I'm gonna come back over behind Joe here. We got some walkers coming down the other way. I didn't think it was actually allowed, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Morning. Okay. Oops, got some bicycles behind me, so I better get out of the way. Yeah, these folks with the 26 and 700C wheels, they just kill us. But that's okay. We don't mind. Definitely beautiful bikes going by. I like that Cannondale. That's pretty. We'll be going up to they call the garden area, which is kind of like the central area, and using the facilities. And then we'll be heading up, and then we go all the way back around. But we won't probably go all the way around. We'll probably bail at Manitou, and where the road goes into Manitou. And as you can see, there's hiking trails all over the place, and it's pretty cool too, because some of the trails are just for hikers and some of the trails are just for mountain bikers, and so they share nicely. Does my heart good though to see they're in their lower gears. Alright, we got scooters here, must be electric, because they're going uphill. And they're passing us. Yeah. Those are cool. Ooh, he's got a tiny little cluster on that thing. No, thank you. I got some electric skateboards here. It's the only way they could go that fast uphill. They'd have to be powered. Yeah, like I said, they call this the Central Garden. And it's the first big parking area. And it's definitely worth stopping to walk through it and visit. They've got some, the structures that you see, the rock structures. That's where you can really get a good view of them. Some riders behind me, so I kind of have to wait here. That's the scar up there to the right. Okay. Morning. Okay, now we're going to turn here. Wow. Morning. Since there won't be any buses today, at least till noon. Morning. I think we'll just park here. Okay. Wow, there's a whole bunch of the electric skateboard people. Here comes Joe. Okay. You want to go first?
No, go ahead and go.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a quick view of the garden here as I walk towards the facilities. There's only so many facilities, and when you get our age, you know where they are. Oh man, look at that view, will you? Ah, what a gorgeous day. And they don't look that tall when you're coming up. You can tell that it's all red sandstone. That's why it wears away. Look at that view. Oh, me. Okay, well, I'm going to turn you off here for a second. You don't need to see the facilities.
Old trading post.
Okay, all right. Here we go. All right, we're back. Took a little break at the garden area, as they call it, and now we're heading up a really mean little incline. So we will be down into the lowest gears we've got and crawling up this puppy. It's just a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. That's just the best way to put it. Look at this place. Now you know why it's so popular. One of the, they had a skater group, they had a skateboard group, they had a electric bike tour group, and they also have Segway machine type tour groups here. I mean, this thing is wild. They have this covered very well. All right. Okay. So here we go. Up the tough part. This is probably the toughest. Well, there's a couple more that are pretty tough, but once you get past this one, you get some pretty good downhill for a bit here and there, you know. So it's not quite as bad. This one's uphill from the, you know, from the very start of the entryway in the park on Gateway Road. And you got a few clouds showing up, but it's not supposed to rain today. It's supposed to be a very nice day. So we're hoping that's true. Morning.
Morning.
Seat up. Got some hiking trails over here. You can see right there. Most of the actual hiking trails are dirt. As you can see, this just goes up, up, and up. But eventually we'll crown and we'll be able to go down. They said we call uphills payback, and we call downhills reward. So we really like reward. I'll have to stop somewhere and change my battery out. My battery is only good for 45 minutes to an hour. And I used to have 4 of them, but 2 of them died. I take it they were the oldest ones. I had this camera for about 3 or 4 years now, so I need to buy some more. I just keep forgetting to do it. And I have to order it because my camera is a inexpensive little Campark 4K Ultra. But it will shoot clear up to 4K. And it's a little plastic body camera. Nowhere near as good as even a older model GoPro. See, there's a trail for you. No bicycles, just hikers, and that's cool. I mean, that's the way it should be. There should be some trails for just hikers, and there should be some trails for just mountain bikers. Because most of the trails they have to share. You know, the dirt trails up in the mountains, they have to share. So they. Ooh, there goes a Le Mans. That's a sweet old bike. Howdy. All right. The great thing about this loop is that just about everywhere you go, there's a view. I mean, it's just a view. It's pretty fantastic. And the crazy thing is that it gets better and better and better as you go until you leave the park. We're gonna wait here for Joe. And I'll tell you some good news. Hey, you can hear the e-bikes. This is the e-bike group right here. All right, here comes Joe. So we'll head on now. She's doing really good. Oh, the news, yeah. Well, Joe went to her heart doctor the day before yesterday, and her heart, for the first time since January 2019, is normal. So we're just going to call that a giant hooray. All the exercise and all the hard work, you know, that she's put into it. Because I guarantee you, she had to struggle really bad after her 2 heart attacks just to get back anywhere near normal. And it took a long time, but like I said, the doctor said her heart is back to normal now. It's still, you know, she still has to take her meds and stuff like that, but they changed her meds. Passing. Good morning. Now you could easily get going down these down slopes and probably hit 30 miles an hour, but the speed limit is 20, and on top of that, we like to keep it more around 15. More hiking trails off here. Got a skater coming this way. The visitor center is this way. Passing on your left. Thank you. Hey Joe, I want to go ahead to Steamboat Rock. So we're gonna go straight. Howdy.
Those look like fun, man.
They are. Okay, now we got some pretty vicious downhill, so we kind of gotta. Oh, we have people coming up the wrong turn. Howdy. All right, we got a slow down point here. Morning. Good morning. Yeah, some people are coming back up to finish. Finally got my brakes working pretty good today. Gonna be a lot of wind noise coming down this hill. Sorry about that, folks. But even though my mic has a sock over it, passing on your left. I like to let folks know to pass up. Like I said, we try to keep our speed down, so because there are people walking, there's people with strollers, so it's not a good place to haul ass. Passing on your left, thank you. There's one of the Pike bikes. That's our electric e-bike rental folks here in Colorado Springs. Oh, I'm geared down too low. Yeah, more hiking trails here. I should have geared up a little bit, but I didn't. That's okay. Makes it easier to get up the hill. We're heading for Steamboat Rock. And then we'll decide whether we're just going to go straight down or we're going to come all the way back and go over to the trading post, the old trading post. A whole bunch of e-bikes. More skateboarders. Morning. The e-scooter. Kick up to third here and give myself a little stay in the lower cogs, but or the lower chain wheel, but give myself a little more power. Because sometimes if you get too low, you just spin yourself silly and you're not really going anywhere. So it's better to gear up. And got a bunch of the inline skaters here, it looks like. Much braver than I am. Much braver than I am. I could never be that brave. It's scary enough on the trike. So I guess that's how they go slower downhill. They go side to side. We need to wait for Joe here. Here she comes. I'm gonna be wearing pads. Morning. Thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, very much.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to head to Balanced Rock. So we got another big old downhill here. Like I said, I could probably hit 30 miles an hour if I wanted to, but I don't like going that fast. Joe and I are all about slow and easy and just enjoying the view. That's our thing. Pikes Peak way the heck up there. Too much brush to really get a good view, but these are all the foothills here, and that's Pikes Peak there. There you go. There's a better view of Pikes Peak. No snow on it today. The other day we had a little snow up there. Got to be careful because you do not want to catch the edge here because it goes into about a foot deep ditch. That would be ugly. Okay, we got a big old corner here. I'll let it coast a little bit so we can get some speed. Thank you. No problem at all. Ooh, that was a rough shift. Didn't mean to do that. Nowhere near the end. So. Not sure what that mountain there is, although technically it's not a mountain, because technically a true mountain has to have a tree line. That's where it's all rock. See, that's where Pikes Peak is a true mountain, because it has a tree line. The others here are actually really foothills. Even Cheyenne Mountain, which is rather famous, is actually Cheyenne Foothill, but it's not as cool sounding as Cheyenne Mountain. So, yeah. Like I said, it's a very beautiful ride, man. You just cruise and have a good time. Love these. They only do it twice a year, though. They do it in, if I remember right, they do it in April, and then in the early April, no, late April, early October, yeah. Now they do have, starting in April, I think, they do have the monthly early bird hike and bike, but that's 5 to 8 a.m. So, yeah, that's too early. Joe and I don't do that. This one today, the Motorless Morning, is 5 to noon, so that's more our style. I'm going to get up here to Steamboat Rock, give you guys a view of that. And then I'm going to change out my battery so I can record on the way back. Because we have to come back a little bit to go to the Garden of the Gods trading post. I kind of wanted to show you that. Oh, I should have shifted down. Oh, hurt. Yeah, I blew it. I blew it. Got to get to a flatter spot so I can shift down. Morning. But there's not really one, so I'm probably not going to be able to do it. Well, maybe here. There we go. That was an easy shift. Howdy. That's the Rampart Range Road. It's a dirt road that it goes a long ways. Not exactly sure where it ends. Never been to the end of that one. these trikes just, they're not made for serious off-road. And so we just, primarily, we do asphalt, you know, concrete. We really prefer the trails, the actual trails. Or something like this where it has a bike lane all the way around it, which is really great. Because it does give you, you know, full access. Although, on any other day, you have to deal with about 500 or 600 cars, and a lot of them don't watch where they're going, and it can be a little crazy at times. Okay. Now the first one here to your right, that's balance rock. And at one time it actually did balance all by itself, but pretty sure it's been cemented and reinforced. But yeah, that's balance rock there. The other one is Steamboat rock. We're gonna spin around Steamboat rock here and wait for Joe. Oh, we gotta wait here because she's taking wedding photographs. I think what we'll do is go over here, stay out of their way. It's pretty cool. People do like to use the Garden of the Gods for getting married. Howdy. These inline skater guys are awesome. So we're gonna just kind of stop right here. Roll back a little bit. Roll, come on, baby. Roll back, roll back. There we go. Here, everybody's...
Careful, my sister-in-law's parking here.
Oh, I'm getting out of the way.
I don't want you to.
Okay.
Be careful.
Okay. You get over here so Joe can see me.
No, there's still 4 more, I think. Still here for a minute. This side? Oh no, you don't have micros.
Let's go back over here. They're shooting wedding photos over here, so I don't want to get in their way. Make sure nobody's coming. Now, here we go. Okay, well, like I said, I'm going to stop here and change batteries. So I hope you've enjoyed the ride through the Garden of the Gods Park on Motorless Morning. We've had a really good time so far. We're going to go back down a little bit so we can go by the trading post, but I want to switch my battery out. All right, so I got to shut you off here for just a minute. Bye. Okay, well, supposedly the camera told me we're back on. Got a fresh battery. Now we're going to take you by the old trading post. They have a newer, fancier visitor center, but personally I like the old trading post better. Hold on, Joe, I got to get locked in. This thing didn't lock in like I thought it would. Okay, are you locked in now? Yeah, I think so. This left one, I wish it would click better, but I've tightened it to death, and it still doesn't click. We got a bit of serious downhill here, so there'll be a little bit of mic noise. Sorry about that. All right, there's a couple right there. Morning. hay bales where they do these slow zones, which is a good thing because, you know, like I said, there's people walking their dogs, there's people with strollers, and then people just walking, period. So we try to get out here on the road. Morning. Garden of the Gods trading post right here. And we're not going to do the upper part there. We're going to slide out here so we can go eat lunch. But this is the garden. Well, we'll spin by it here so you can get a better look. There is a great little cafe here. The only sad thing about it is it's totally enclosed. And so we can't stop because otherwise you have to lock your trikes up, and we don't really trust humanity that much, sorry, but it's just the truth. These trikes are our only transportation. We don't own a car. So if these guys get stolen... What?
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
Perfect day, isn't it?
Oh man, you couldn't ask for better this time of year. So, okay, well that's the quick tour. We're just going to spin around here and head back out. There's a ranger. Thank you for what you did.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we love those guys, don't we?
Oh yes. But like I said, they have a great little cafe in there. If you get a chance and you happen to come to Colorado Springs, definitely want to stop in the old Trading Post Cafe. I like it better than the new Nature Center Cafe. That one's too modern, and I don't know, just doesn't have as good a selection as this one does. Like I said, we're heading out of the park now. We're heading to Manitou. And we're going to be going over to, I think they pronounce it Shriver Park, or Shriver. It's kind of like the Air Force Base out east. And we're going to have lunch. Well, we're going to brown bag it. We brown bag a lot. When you're living on just your Social Security, Joe and I we didn't make a lot of money in our lives. We're both just low-end blue-collar workers. But after Joe's first heart attack, we just decided that it was time we retired. So neither one of us quite made it to 66 and 6 months so we could get the full retirement. Joe got close. Now, I retired early at 62 in 3 months because of my ankylosing spondylitis and other medical problems I've got. Now, my balance is still good enough that I could ride a regular bicycle if I wanted to, but Joe's isn't anymore. After 2 heart attacks and being a type 2 diabetic, sometimes it's that, sometimes it's her meds, sometimes the diabetic and the heart meds just don't gel. I mean, they just don't mix well, so she can get dizzy spells. And so we put her on a trike because she never has to worry about balance. That just works out fantastic, and I got her a little lighter, better trike, and I decided to try her old one, and I liked the trike so much that I decided to keep the trike and get rid of my recumbent bicycle that I had. I had a very nice little Sunseeker recumbent bicycle, an EZ1SX, And I really did like it. I mean, it was just as comfortable as the trike, but it's amazing how you don't realize how much effort you put into just balancing a regular bicycle. You know, it's little micro adjustments, so you just think it's normal, but you're always having to adjust a little left, adjust a little right, adjust a little left, adjust a little right to keep, you know, the perfect balance, especially according to if you get on a rough road or an off-angle road. Well, you don't worry about that on a trike at all. You really just pretty much jump on them and go. You do have to get your legs used to the recumbent style of riding, which is more like a piston going in and out than like pumps on a bicycle when you're going straight down. And that's called getting your recumbent legs. This is Cheyenne Creek here. It flows through Manitou. Don't know if you can hear it, but it's really good. Good morning, folks. Have a good day. Get over here for this gentleman here. Wow, he got fluffy dogs. Thank you, sir. Beautiful dogs. Beautiful, man. Those are awesome. Like I said, we're kind of on the outskirts of Manitou right now, and we may go all the way into Manitou today just because I kind of feel like it, but we'll see. See how Joe feels. Joe did really good through the Garden of the Gods. Boy, you can definitely tell she's improved. I was very impressed. Because it's a slog of some of those inclines, man. I mean to tell you. And I hardly had to wait for her. I used to have to wait all the time, you know. You know, maybe on a ride of, you know, 10, 15 miles, I'd have to wait, you know, like, you know, 10 times, you know, maybe once a mile. Now, you know, that whole thing, maybe 2 or 3, you know. And that's, you know, starting from our apartment, which is, you know, like almost 10 miles just to get to the Garden of the Gods from our apartment using the Sinton Trail. Since you guys have seen that 1,000 times, I didn't bother filming on the Sinton Trail. I really wanted to get the Garden of the Gods. As you can see, it's just a day. These are the kind of days you live for, because you know what? It's going to turn cold here very quickly. It is very normal here in Colorado Springs to have snow and cold on Halloween, okay? Very normal. In fact, it's more normal to be cold and snowy and cold than it is to be nice. Now, it doesn't mean it's always snowing and cold for Halloween, but these days here, you know, early October, man, when you get them, you got to go. That is the great thing about being retired. There's a pretty nice view of Cheyenne Creek. Well, kinda. There's stuff in the way, but well, maybe here a little better. Way better than the traffic on the other side. Yeah, it's really pretty through there. Okay. And yes, another uphill grade. Now we're going to go down severely. Now we are officially in downtown Manitou Springs. And like I said, around a couple of corners here and we'll be in Shriver Park. Find a picnic table. A little bit of a blind corner here, so I can let people know that the big old wide trike is coming through. This is the swimming pool here. Used to be I could never remember the name of this place, you know, Shriver Park. And so I always called it the swimming pool park in Manitou. Yeah, the actual name is Shriver. Love Manitou Springs, man. They're awesome. They keep their restrooms open year-round. And they're heated in the wintertime. That's like extraordinary. Morning. They got a little duck pond over here. Gonna spin around here. Oops, I didn't quite get that right. Have to back up a little bit. And the path we were on turns from the Midland Trail into the Manitou Springs Creek path, as they call it. Morning. And if you cross the little bridge over here, that's Manitou Avenue. That's the main drag. All right, well, Joe's here, so we're going to eat lunch. So I'm going to walk over and show you the creek a little bit, and then I'll turn you off, and we're going to eat lunch, and then we'll come back on when we head out. All right. The old man's got to get out of the trike here. All right. So like I said, I'll walk over here and show you the duck pond. A little duck pond here. Some picnic tables, little bridges. Cheyenne Creek over here. Real pretty. Bit of wood debris today, but other than that, listen to that sound. Isn't that beautiful? Most awesome sound on the planet right there, running water. Give you a little view of Cheyenne Creek this way. Alright. Okay, well, we're going to head back across here, get a picture of Joe and the trikes. I forgot to turn off my lights. Thank you, Joe. Okay. We'll get back to you later. Bye.